Morning, everyone. Today, I want to talk to you about lockdown through my children's eyes. So it's a Sunday morning. Just follow the road around, mate. It's a Sunday morning, and as always, it's where I talk about my personal life, personal development, personal education. So stuff that's personal. So my kids normally come out with me on a run on Sundays, sometimes a bit more. And I'm going to release this episode a little bit earlier because it's very relevant because we've just been issued with the news yesterday that we're about to go into national lockdown for a period of a month. So it's not quite as bad as it was back in the spring because the kids are staying in school, but lots of people have varying opinions on that. So on the basis that I've got my children here next to me, I'm just going to ask them. This could go horribly wrong, by the way, but I'm going to ask them. We'll start with my youngest. So say hello, James. Watch where you're going. Don't watch the camera. Just watch where you're going. Yeah, you just have to talk. And so, what do you think about lockdown, James? Right, there's a little girl here, guys. Just watch it slow down. You guys go on the road. You guys come on the road next to me. Right, so carry on, James. Okay, so James says it's good that he's going to school so he can keep learning new stuff, so he can tell his mummy and daddy that he's learning new stuff on the pavement, mate. On the pavement. Right, Maya, you come up now, darling. So this is my little girl, Maya. So Maya, say hello. And James, you're going to go behind Maya now, okay? So wait, let me just get James on the pavement. Yeah, you can go ahead, mate. Stay on the path. Right, let's get James back. This is multitasking 101. Trying to keep your kids safe on the roads whilst vlogging. But anyway, so this is Maya. Say hello, Maya. So what do you think about lockdown? Okay, just wait. Watch these people. So we're going that way. Sorry. So sorry, go on. Yeah. 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 Okay, there's a little child we're coming up to now. So Maya has said that she's pleased that she can still see her friends, and she's still pleased that she can still go to school. But she's very sad. You've got to watch this little child. So we slow down. Let this little child go first. We'll go around here. Thank you. Sorry. Right. So around the road. And she's happy she can see her friends and still go to school. But she's very sad because she's got a new cousin due. My sister-in-law is due coming up very shortly in the middle of November. And because she'll be classified as vulnerable, and obviously the baby will be as well, we won't be able to see our new cousin for a while. So that's what Maya thinks. So Leo, slow down. So you guys are going to drop behind now, and I'm going to go up with Leo. We'll hear what Leo has to say. Interesting, they're very insular in their focusing on what it means to them, but they don't really understand the bigger picture in terms of the people that are dying and the infection rate and the economy and those types of things. Leo, go to the other side, please. That's right. It's a bit windy, so please do. This is Leo. You can say hello, Leo. So, what does lockdown mean to you? You have to speak quite loudly so they can hear you. Is that anything else you want to say? So Leo says it feels very strange. He feels a bit empty, a bit void. So I think he's just feeling a bit sad about everything. But I think from a child's perspective, they're more familiar with it than they once were back in spring, and I think that it's going to be easier for them on the basis that they're still in school. I think that's really, really important. There's a lot of people that have said, right, Leo, you go on the road, please, around these people, and stay on the road, and you may. So hang on, let's just get around here. Stay on the road, go around the cars, please. Stay from the road, watch out there. It's busy around Northstowe today. And I think that basically it's definitely a more stable life for them. They're going back to school or staying in school, still learning. I think it'll be interesting to see whether there's a number of vulnerable teachers and key workers that pull out that then mean that school becomes an issue. I think it's whether we've also got to consider whether it's going to be extended, whether a month's going to do enough, and they want to go back to a regional lockdown. But I mean, from my perspective, I feel a little bit confused because I think I agree to many of the aspects of what they're putting in place, but there just doesn't seem to be enough consistency, and it all seems to be very halfway house. You know, if kids are at school and still spreading the virus, you know, okay, vulnerable people need to shield, but it's not really a full lockdown. People are allowed to go out, they're allowed to mix with one other household outside, so one person from another household outside. So these are things that I think will slow the virus, but not dramatically enough. So I'd be surprised if it stays for just the 4 weeks. Secondly, I think the economy is going to really struggle to recover. I mean, I know a lot of businesses that in the hospitality sector that were fighting, struggling to stay in survival mode in the previous lockdown and previous social distancing measures. So to have to shut down for another month. Okay, furloughs being extended for a month, but I still think it's very, very bleak for the economy. Certain industries will thrive as always, and there'll be plenty of industries that will almost be wiped out again. So I think James wanted to say one more thing. What did you want to say, James? Well, my son's been very considerate. He said it was Halloween yesterday, and my dad, meaning me, works really hard to make sure we have food and toys and drinks and games and stuff to play. So that's basically him saying thank you for our little insulated Halloween party we had yesterday on the pavement, James, on the pavement. So yeah, that's locked out through the eyes of children. I thought it'd be quite interesting seeing what people see. I think there's a lot of debate on what the right thing to do is. And my ultimate feelings are is that all the bashing that the government gets, it's a poison chalice. There's no right answer. I think there was a poignant comment that one of the scientists made was there is no perfect solution to this. There's no perfect timing for this. They're all bad. It's just which one's the least bad. And I think they're trying to protect lives and livelihoods. And I think again that's really, really important to understand. Just think it's very, very difficult to get these types of decisions right. But anyway, it's going to be a relatively bleak month ahead, and I think it's the person, guys. Thanks. And I think we just have to all stick together, try and help people where we can, try and help other businesses where we can, help vulnerable people where we can, even if it's remotely, because hopefully things will get back to normal one day. But they seems quite a distant picture at the moment. So that's pretty much it today. So as always, I hope you found this useful. If you've got any questions for my children or anything, just fire them in, and I'll ask them the question when I get the chance, and I'll feed back to you. If it's not for you, no problem. Just unfriend or unfollow me on your social channels. But do subscribe to my YouTube channel, Runkpreneur, which is where these 150 or so episodes are nicely and neatly catalogued. So hopefully it'll be an ad hoc resource for you to use at some point in the future. And as always, Runkpreneur vlog was set up to help entrepreneurs overcome stress, anxiety, and overwhelm, using exercise as a mechanism to control, manage, and thrive under these conditions that are so common to so many investors, business owners out there. And my pledge to you is that I've been through this process where it's been really, really tough, and I've had to deal with these things and struggled to deal with them on numerous occasions. I've failed businesses as a result. And if this vlog can help just one entrepreneur or business out there, just by giving them some useful information on how to manage these emotions that every entrepreneur is experiencing, then it'll be completely worthwhile. So that's it from me. If I can help anyway, please drop me a DM. And as always, I'll leave you on. Stay positive, stay happy, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.